Welcome to the ReelVision podcast. I am your host, Cosma, and I'm here with my very special guest, industry photographer, cinematographer, and longtime Cosmovoid correspondent, Sunny. Hi!
Yay, hi!
It's great to have you on.
It's great to be on.
We're so professional.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
We're good
Don't
at this.
worry, we'll get unprofessional, I'm
real
sure.
quick.
Yeah.
We will get unprofessional real quick. I guarantee it. But yeah, ReelVision podcast. Today we're going to be talking
Yay.
about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We just got back an hour ago from the film, from the movie theater. We saw it at the Meteoron in downtown San Francisco. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty fun movie theater to go to.
Yeah, it was very comfortable.
Yeah, well, we saw it in Dolby Digital with the reclining seats. Very nice.
Yes.
We had good seats, too.
Yeah.
Okay, I booked the seats that were, like, close to the middle.
Yeah.
The seats that were dead middle, dead center.
They weren't even taken.
They weren't even taken.
I know.
We
We could have moved.
We could have, but it said it was taken on Fandango when I reserved the tickets.
That's weird.
It was weird.
Maybe who pays that much money for those tickets and then doesn't show up?
Those aren't refundable. AMC doesn't like it when you try to refund them because
Yeah.
they don't let you do it.
Well, right, they're reserved seats.
Right.
So
you paid for it.
yeah.
Rest in peace. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Wow.
It's a movie.
It is a movie. We have opinions.
We do have opinions.
And we will express them on this podcast.
That's true.
I guess let's just start with, did you like it?
I did like it.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
I think we should preface it too with the fact that we've watched the other 4 movies in the past 3 days.
3 days. Yeah, we had kind of a stop and go marathon of the Jurassic series.
Yeah.
We, of course, watched them in chronological order, which is also release order. It's not super complex.
Yeah, it's not like Star Wars.
It's not like certain other film series, which we may or may not have some sort of attachment to.
Yeah.
I would like to also preface this by saying this is going to be a super, super spoilery podcast.
Yes.
We are going to spoil the entire movie. Nothing will be left unspoiled. We will discuss everything, so just completely be prepared.
Yes. Probably stop listening at this point if you don't want spoilers.
If you don't want spoilers, and if you haven't seen the movie and you want to experience it for yourself, stop listening and come back in 2.5 hours when you're done with the movie.
Watching it. Yes, because recommended. I liked it. So
cool. I too liked it. Yeah. I kind of just want to jump into the biggest spoiler of the movie.
okay.
So
go
the
ahead.
ending.
The ending.
The ending is hype.
Yeah.
That is a hype ending.
Yeah. So all the dinos got loose, and now they're all over the world.
They're
so
all
it is
over
Jurassic World, which Jeff Goldblum's line.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. There were things that I liked about this movie. There were things that I did not like, and I blame everything that I did not like in this movie on Colin Trevorrow because he is untrustworthy. Have you ever seen him? He's just a weird guy. I've seen him in interviews. He's not even like a bad person. I just don't trust him, you know?
Yeah.
You know, people like that.
So like what was something you thought that was his fault?
Okay, I guess we're just jumping into the other big spoiler of the movie.
I guess.
The clone child subplot.
Little weird.
It felt excessive. It felt
it was weird. I don't know what else to say about it other than that.
Can't describe it anywhere else.
They really just used it for that ending part where they let the dinosaurs out, and that's it.
Right. And I think we were talking about this immediately after leaving the theater. I said this movie is very confused on what its message is, and you were like, it doesn't have a message.
Right, it doesn't.
What do you think is absent from it that is present in the other Jurassic films?
There are a lot of ethics in the other Jurassic movies.
Sure.
And I think that they touched on that here, like especially in the beginning with the animal rights movement thing. But that wasn't fleshed out enough for me.
It's all kind of there to be cosmetic. It's not explored in any way that's substantial.
Right. It's just a backdrop for all the cool action scenes, basically.
Right. Which, I mean, that's cool, but that's not what the legacy of the series is built on.
Right. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, with the Jurassic World trilogy, I just don't take it as seriously as the original trilogy.
Sure.
So I don't really mind it that much.
I mean, the film itself isn't taking itself seriously.
Right. Which is why it's just a good movie and not an amazing movie.
It's not the first film.
It's not the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Would you say that it's better than Jurassic World?
Yes.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that movie. Okay.
I like that movie a lot more than he does.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more, but I even like this one.
Well, I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't love Jurassic World. And we were watching it just earlier today, and oh my god, the color grading in that movie is so awful.
It looks like I said, it looks like a Tumblr gift set.
It looks like a Tumblr gift set, because it's like they pumped the saturation.
And they use the unsharp mask in Photoshop like 8 times.
It's so grainy. It's like, how did they get away with this?
I don't know. It looks bad.
It looks so bad. Oh my god.
You know what I noticed that when we were watching the previews, the new Mission Impossible movie has that same grain.
It's gross.
It is.
I don't
nasty.
like it. Mission. Can't fight the friction. Get back to bro.
I've seen that trailer every single time I've gone to the movies. Like, for the past 6 months, and I'm so ready for that movie to come out.
Can't fight the friction.
I can stop seeing that goddamn trailer.
Go. Bow, 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 bow. I can't stop.
I've had to listen to you sing that song like 3 times now.
Every time Mission Impossible, when we passed by the poster, I had to do it. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so the color grading in this movie looks a lot better.
The effects look better too.
Everything on a visual level is much more refined.
Yeah, like we were watching Jurassic World earlier, and I commented on how boring so many of the shots were.
Right, like you meant specifically like the
talking back and forth shots are very
in
boring.
the scene where Dr. Wu is talking to Masrani.
Correct.
Yeah.
But there are more like talking back and forth scenes. Like, I understand that those are necessary like shots, but there are ways to make them look nice, and Jurassic World didn't do that.
Okay.
But I didn't really notice with Fallen Kingdom, which is a good thing.
Without getting too portrait photography, what are some ways to make a shot like that look nice? Movement.
Any type of movement.
Like movement in the background?
Movement with the camera, movement with the subject.
Okay.
Like if the subject comes closer to the camera or moves further away, any kind of movement can make those scenes more interesting.
That is fascinating.
Yes.
This is the cool thing about having someone who works with cameras and understands camera psychology on the podcast. That's cool.
You make it sound so fancy.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth.
That's fair.
Yeah, the visuals were much better in this film. And something that I noticed a little more with this, I think some of the dinosaurs were a little more colorful. That might just be that might not be true.
I don't know if the dinosaurs were more colorful, but there was more scenes with color.
Yeah.
You know, like there's the lava with the green trees and all of that.
More diversity of color, because with Jurassic World, it's all just the green, and then the blue.
And a lot of it's at night, so it's dark.
Well, actually, you mean in this movie?
No, I mean in the first movie.
Are you sure? Because I think all of it is during the day, and then up until the third act, it's all
okay. The best parts of the movie are at night.
The best parts of the movie, sure.
Yeah, but there's a lot. This movie is pretty dark. Like I said, it's like a haunted mansion, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, which is so awesome.
Yeah, they should do like the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland, but with this movie. That would be so cool.
Okay, they're making a new Jurassic World ride at Universal Studios. What if that's
do like a Haunted Mansion? That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
What if that's the ride?
Yeah.
Universal, hire us.
Yes, please. Let us ride on it for free, though.
Let us go to Universal Studios and live in the dinosaur ride for free.
Yes, please.
And I'll have some of those delicious chicken tenders that they have at the Jurassic Park restaurant.
Yeah, I've never been there, but
it's fun.
Soon.
Yeah.
soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not really missing much anyway right now. Not to get... This is very tangenty.
Yeah.
But this whole podcast, I assume, is going to be very stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
The Universal Studios theme park in Hollywood is most of the rides are screens. That's like a big criticism that everybody...
Like Star Tours?
Like Star Tours simulator type rides.
Got it.
Except they do like the 3D glasses.
Uh-huh.
They try to spice it up with adding a few animatronics here and there.
Yeah.
And like a few practical effects, but it's mostly the screens.
I saw a video of Blue at
Universal Studios?
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. I want to pay the price of admission just to see that animatronic.
Just to see her? Oh my gosh, she's so cool.
Yeah.
Blue has such a good story in Jurassic World. In the first one, she has like this perfect arc. Mm-hmm. She has, and it's all told visually. Mm-hmm. That's what's so cool about it. Mm-hmm. It's all told through the visuals. And then she has a solid arc in this movie, but not quite as strong as it was in the previous.
I really loved Blue in this movie. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's great.
She's
Everything
awesome.
that she does.
And like the stuff, the way they cut in the baby Blue.
Oh, that was the cutest thing.
Oh my gosh, baby Blue is so adorable.
The editing during that scene was the best in the movie.
When Owen like shows the sign of weakness and Blue was just like nudging him.
Oh
my god, it's so cute.
That is the best.
I love Blue.
Oh man. I bet you Colin Trevorrow did not write that.
You're so mean to Colin Trevorrow.
I'm mean to him. I don't trust him. Okay, I did want to mention something about the trailers.
Uh-huh.
They give away a lot.
Yeah.
I think they give away too much.
I've seen a couple people, actually, I've only been on social media a little bit, but I've seen 2 tweets complaining about that.
Yeah.
That they feel like they saw the whole movie in the trailer.
And they did that for the first Jurassic World.
I kind of feel the same way almost, because when I was watching it, I expected something more than what I got. Because the whole time I'm thinking, okay, well, when does that scene happen where the girl's laying in bed with the claw?
Yeah, and that's such an amazing scene, and I saw like half of it in the trailer.
I know, the whole thing basically was in the trailer, and so it was like, by the time that came up, it was like an hour and 45 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
So then you're like, okay, well... Oh, there's something else I haven't mentioned yet. The investor guy. Totally a Donald Trump reference.
Which guy?
The short guy with the blonde hair.
The guy who was in Captain America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally a Donald Trump thing.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Like, when he got in the elevator and his hair flipped up, I was like,
It's supposed to be Trump?
It's supposed to be Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Well, that went over my head.
I don't think it'll go over people's heads.
Okay.
But you're just too excited about dinos.
I was seeing Blue.
Like,
She's
literally,
my girl.
the second I saw him, I was like, okay, yeah, this is political.
They're doing political
But see,
stuff.
the thing is, they don't really make a statement about it.
Yeah.
It's just there. So.
And you know what? That's kind of exactly what the first Jurassic World does. It doesn't make a statement. It just kind of does.
And that's the thing about this movie, too. They have the animal rights thing, and then that kind of dies because Claire is like, oh, well, we can't let him out, so they're all just gonna die.
Right.
And then the girl is like, they're alive like me.
Yeah, it doesn't land. I know Colin Trevorrow wrote that line.
Yeah.
I know he did.
Yeah.
The message doesn't land because they don't decide on one thing and stick with it.
Yeah.
If they were to pick... Like a lot of people defend Jurassic World, the first film. I have to keep referring to it as the first Jurassic World. A lot of people defend that film for its use of product placement. They say that it's subversive. I know.
I've never heard this before. I just rolled my eyes really hard.
Oh my gosh. The use of product placement, like the Acura in front of like the screen when it's just like burrowing through the jungle, and like having Jimmy Buffett's restaurant at the plaza. Yeah. People say that is subversive because it's like they make a comment. The one engineer guy makes a comment about how Pepsi-saurus Tostito Don. Yeah. He says that, and it's like...
See, I thought that was just a joke. Like
It is just a joke.
I didn't
and by
take
the way,
that as, like, subversive messaging.
It is just a joke, and by the way, Universal Pictures got a lot of money for putting other company's products in their film.
Oh yeah. So
it's not subversive in any way. It's just product placement.
Right. It's like that's silly.
Sure, but if they were to pick that theme, the consumerism aspect of theme parks, and stick with it, it would have been a stronger film.
Yeah, but it still would have felt hypocritical because it's Universal. You know?
Sure.
It would be like if Disney made a movie, like...
If Disney made Westworld. But, I mean, if Universal Pictures basically making Westworld. Jurassic Park is
That's true.
Jurassic Park is like the sequel to Westworld.
That's true. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Which I guess that's why they didn't do it, maybe. Or maybe it's just an afterthought. Like, in this film, if they were to stick with the animal rights message and make the entire film correspond to that message, then it would have been stronger overall as a thematic piece of narrative storytelling.
Right.
But because it doesn't pick anything,
no.
It just feels like a ride. It feels like a ride at a theme park.
It does kind of feel like it feels like Star Tours, but Jurassic.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it feels like.
It's a 2-hour-long Jurassic World ride.
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe it. But yeah, so what was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene, okay. I think it was probably the Indoraptor opening the door and like going into the girl's bedroom.
Yeah, that was like, really creepy. Like that shot, the way it turns.
Oh, just the rotating.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. That is gorgeous. How it's like a tracking shot that rotates around the dinosaur's
and you see
hand.
His claw come up. Oh, it's good. There were a lot of good shots of just like the Indoraptor.
Yeah.
Like when they introduce it and they've got all this different weird lighting effects on its jaw. Those close-up shots were really cool, and like shots of its claw. Oh,
I do want to make a comment about the editing. The editing in that scene, how it like fades in and out for when you see the Indoraptor as it's approaching on the elevator. Very cool editing. It has very cool, stylish editing, but it feels very disjointed from the style of the previous films. A lot of this movie feels that way, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that really doesn't bother me.
That super bothers me because I'm a fanboy.
Yeah, see,
I'm a fanboy on like a storytelling level for the Jurassic series.
Like you are like can't separate the new movies from the old ones.
I usually can't.
So I can just like say, who cares?
Right.
But I totally get that.
When I see a title card that looks like the Pacific Rim title card, when it has the lava going through the like molten metal, you know, it looked like Pacific Rim.
It did.
It didn't feel like Jurassic Park. None of the Jurassic Park movies do that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. Now that you say that, a lot of this movie doesn't feel like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But there are some parts that really do. Like all the dinosaurs fighting each other and stuff. That was awesome.
That was cool.
In fact, my favorite scene was a scene from the trailer.
Which was
when they're in that gyro ball or whatever.
The gyrosphere.
Yeah, whatever.
Mansplaining Jurassic Park to you.
It's okay. And the what is it? The Cartonosaurus? It's something like
Carnosaurus.
Carnosaurus. I don't know.
The big one with the horn.
Yeah, that's red.
Yeah.
When it's like when Rexy comes in and like bites
just
it. Oh, it just
her.
wrecks her. I love that. That scene is the best. And also the opening to this movie is excellent.
It has an epic opening scene.
It's amazing.
A lot of this movie has very grand emotions, very dramatic, epic kind of imagery.
Yeah.
The shot of the Brachiosaurus dying.
Oh my gosh.
Extremely dramatic.
Yeah, and that's the same Brachiosaurus that Alan Grant sees for the first time.
I think it's probably supposed to be the same one.
Yeah,
it does the
that's
pose.
what I took it as, because it does that same pose, which makes it almost like that, like thematically, like the theme park is officially done.
So we just watched Jurassic Park: The Last Jedi. And
no, we're not gonna talk about Last Jedi. We are not gonna talk about that. See, the more you compare it to The Last Jedi, the more I'm going to hate it.
Oh no.
So let's not.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to hate this movie because it was pretty cool.
It was. I don't think I could hate it. I mean, just though I do see parallels between like this and Last Jedi, especially because it's the middle movie. It's the middle movie with no emotional core.
Oof. You know what? It kind of has an emotional... Well, no.
The emotional crux of the movie is really on Owen and Blue's relationship.
Yeah, which I like that.
Which I like too. But there's really no, like, climax to it. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, Blue kind of dips.
Yeah, Blue is like, piss off.
I'm out.
I'm done.
Later.
Yeah, my city now.
My city now.
The pterodactyls at the end. My city.
My city now.
In Vegas, that's a really cool scene.
So yeah, a post-credit scene in a Jurassic movie.
Yeah, I heard about that was going to happen a while ago, but I completely forgot until we were watching it and the house lights didn't come on. And I'm like, oh, there's a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say was... The original Jurassic Park is very grounded for what it is.
Sure.
This movie is like 3 million feet in the air.
It's absolutely over the top.
It is. And I love it.
Absolutely over the top.
It is so much.
I respect that. I think it's trying to... This is the Jurassic Park action movie. It's the Wrath of Khan to, Jurassic Park's Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's a way to say that.
It's trying to be Wrath of Khan.
If Jurassic Park is grounded, Jurassic World 2 is like in orbit.
Yeah.
Basically. So, like the Indoraptor, I did like that there's multiple scenes. There's 2 scenes where the Indoraptor is like about to get someone and Blue shows up.
Yeah. That's
a callback to like Blue saving the day. In Jurassic World, which I liked. I wish Rexy was in this movie more.
Right. That is your favorite dinosaur.
That's my girl. That's my favorite female movie character, okay?
That's true.
But yeah.
We were having kind of a discussion about this.
Yeah,
and
just
by
a little.
discussion, I mean...
Argument?
Maybe a little bit of an argument. I don't like the 2 young folks, the comic relief characters from the Dinosaur Protection Agency.
Alright, old man.
I don't like the young'uns.
I like them.
I hate them.
I don't have any qualms with them.
I hate them.
There are a couple moments where the guy has some humorous moments that I'm like, okay.
It's too much.
There's a couple moments,
every time he opens his mouth, it's too much. He takes it, like, too far, and his comedic beats are totally off.
I disagree.
Okay.
I liked it.
That's fine.
Well, but see, I don't know why you don't like the girl.
Because she has the same problem.
Yeah.
She has the same problem where, like, she just... Her personality is, like, cranked up to 11, and it's like, jeez.
Well...
everything in this movie is cranked up to 11, but like that's true. That's why I'm not crazy about it.
I care less about characters in this series than he does.
Yeah, well, I'm used to the original trilogy, and it's like...
He's used to Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler.
Who I love so much.
I know.
I love them. And
I know, so do I. But see, I can separate this from that and realize
I cannot believe that Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler exist in the same universe as these other characters.
Right. That's fair.
It ruins the illusion for me because they're so out there.
But I liked, especially the girl. I can't even remember her name. That's how much I liked her.
I know her last name is Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I like her.
She's
cute. I like her gap teeth. And she's a doctor, which is pretty cool.
She is.
I like female representation.
That's fine. I don't have anything bad to say.
And also, I just want to drag Universal here for a second.
Sure.
Because that character was supposed to be a lesbian.
I did hear about this.
And they cut it out.
Yeah. So, happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yay! No gays in Jurassic.
No. Well, listen. I don't want to even think about what Universal Pictures corporate looks like right now. Probably, I think Universal Pictures is probably doing fine for quite a while, but their only big series right now They have two of them.
They have Minions.
Minions
and Jurassic.
Because Fast and the Furious is over, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know anything about those movies.
And their plans for Terminator didn't work out.
They'll think of something to reboot.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. But Dark Universe failed so spectacularly every single time they tried. Every time. And I want that series to be dead forever. I don't even want to think about Dark Universe. It looks so bad. I saw The Mummy. It was bad.
The Mummy, that movie, that trailer made me want to die.
The epic Mummy trailer.
How can they
experience it in IMAX?
How can they reboot The Mummy and make it that bad? It's
bad.
The Mummy.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's not complicated.
They could have easily... I don't know. I don't even want to talk about Dark Universe. But, yeah, when they eventually milk Jurassic to its very core, what are they going to have left?
Nothing. They're going to get bought out by Disney.
They're going to get... Oh, no. Because Pacific Rim, they were banking on Pacific Rim doing really well overseas, and it did okay.
Yeah.
It did all right, but, like, it didn't become the massive worldwide franchise that they wanted it to be.
I don't think it was ever going to.
But truthfully, I never wanted a second Pacific Rim. No, then listen. No.
I just gave him the evil eye.
No, I never wanted a second Pacific Rim because the first film is such a satisfying experience. It has such a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
The story ends there.
But see, I feel that way about the original Jurassic Park. I feel like that movie did not need sequels. And yet we have 4 of them.
That's absolutely true, but I would say that it's a little more... I accept it more because Michael Crichton had a hand in writing the sequel,
The Lost World.
The Lost World.
See, I don't like The Lost World.
That's fine. And I would say that kind of transitions into Jurassic Park 3, which is because all 3 of those films use the same legendary special effects teams and the same kind of techniques. I think it feels more cohesive.
Okay.
I see Jurassic Park as the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm. See, I just see Jurassic Park as the first movie, the 2 sequels, and then Jurassic World. Okay. Like, there's 3 different eras almost.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, I can't really bring myself to separate it.
So when I was a kid, I loved Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah.
And my grandmother is actually a huge Jurassic Park fan.
Right.
And she did not like 2 or 3. So I only saw 2 or 3, like, a couple times when I was a kid, but I saw Jurassic Park all the time because she always had it on when I was at her house. And she still watches it to this day.
Which is amazing.
My 70-year-old grandmother. She came with me to see the first Jurassic World, too.
Oh, nice.
Which was great. She liked it. She doesn't like it when the dinosaurs die, though, so I don't know if she would like this movie.
I don't think she
much.
would, because there was a lot of dinosaur dying.
Yeah. What did you think of Claire and Owen?
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about them the whole movie.
Same.
Well, I'm not a big fan of Claire in the first movie because her whole story tends to revolve around motherhood, which is really played out and feels and Owen, he does the whole thing where, like, oh, he's so charming, he's trying to, like, get her to sleep with him. Oh, it's like, man, if I wanted to watch a movie from the 50s, I would watch a movie from the 50s. I seriously have feelings about this film.
Yeah?
So I don't like them much in the first film. How do you feel about that?
I get where you're coming from.
Sure.
From a woman's perspective,
right?
A lot of women don't like the whole heel thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like the weaponized femininity?
Listen.
Yeah.
It's not just weaponized femininity.
Sure.
It's like there's a lot of, like, this is, like, getting way too into it, but there's a lot of pressure when you're a woman and a feminist, to completely give up femininity.
Sure.
Like, and be completely independent, to not want to be a mother, but to want to be a career woman.
Yeah.
And to, like, basically give up all of that part of your personality, even if it's part of your core human being.
Yeah.
Like, who you are. So I kind of liked that she was able to keep the heels, and she's able to still be a career woman, but realize that maybe you can still be a woman.
Sure.
Kind of way, I
in
guess.
the traditional sense.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to give all of that up about yourself. I mean, I see parts of myself in her, and that's just me self-projecting.
Okay.
So that's why I like it, but I agree with you that, like, if she explored that a little more. Mm-hmm.
But the whole parenthood arc is actually brought to a very, very weird conclusion with the clone child in this movie.
That last shot in the end where, like, Owen is, like, holding her like this, and then Claire comes around. It's like, you get this moment where you feel like they're a family?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got. And I was like,
no, it's absolutely supposed to be
hell?
that, because it's supposed to be, like, Claire she's had her arc, she's decided it's okay to be a mother.
Yeah.
And
but see, we don't really see her struggle with that.
We don't at all.
Like, at first she's like, I'm not into it, and then all of a sudden she is.
But it's because the movie has so much, and it forgets that you need to ground your characters. I wish this movie was on such a smaller scale. Yeah. I wish it was a smaller scale film, and it chose a theme and did it well.
See, I agree with you. That would make the characters better. But God, I love dinosaurs.
Right.
So
yeah, it went with the wow factor.
But I feel like, I don't know if I should say this. I feel like Jurassic kind of lost its heart in Lost World.
With Lost, like, it only had its heart in the first film.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's not true.
Well, I think it's there in the third movie. I don't know. The second movie I just don't like.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't have anything. It's just a movie.
I think it almost went there with the relationship between Malcolm and his daughter.
Yeah. But it didn't go anywhere.
It needed to explore it more.
Yeah.
It did. The Lost World does need to explore that relationship more.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep watching that movie, so that...
Well, it was also 1 o'clock in the morning, so...
Yeah, that's true, but... yeah.
It's no excuse. Lost World, you get out. Get the heck out.
But I did like 3.
Jurassic Park 3 is awesome. Yeah. It's super underrated.
I think I just like Alan Grant a lot.
Oh, he's so good in that movie.
Yeah.
Sam Neill is wonderful.
What if they bring Alan back in...
Alan. You know what? Jurassic Park 3, it doesn't take itself that seriously.
No, that movie has some memes.
That's the memeiest Jurassic movie.
Okay, I didn't know about the Alan thing.
That movie.
And that happened, I like turn over and I looked at you like, what just happened?
Listen, it's getting late when we're recording this, and I still need to edit, so I'm going to say that we should probably call it a night.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else I could add.
That's fine.
What would you rate this movie?
I don't rate movies.
You don't rate movies?
No, not anymore.
I would give it a C+.
Well, that's not... Okay. Not to get too, pretentious film snobby, but I don't think rating films is an accurate way to judge a film.
I think rating movies is kind of hard because you have your own, like, specific rating system, and, like, all of your experiences in your entire life affect what you think of a movie.
Absolutely.
So it's hard. Like, if you look up a movie and it has 5 stars and you go and see it and you think it's shit, like, that happens all the time. So you really can't judge a movie by stuff like that.
There is no such thing as an objective film experience.
Correct.
You can't have an objective viewing of a film. Everything is changed by our perceptions.
Right. So I might have felt completely differently about this movie had I not seen the other 4 in the days before it.
Right. And you might have felt differently if you hadn't seen it with me.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It was probably more fun because I saw it with you in a cool theater.
Oh, thanks. I had fun with you too.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right, we're gonna go to bed now.
Yes, please. It's almost 1 a.m.
It is very late.
And we have to get up early tomorrow.
So, thank you so much for listening to the ReelVision podcast.
Yes.
It has been a real fun time, and we hope you will join us again sometime.
Yes, I'll definitely be back on the show.
You will not. I will kick you off. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Stay tuned.